All right, we are live on YouTube and UGTV is set up to start in about a minute and a half.
Great, thanks. I think we'll wait the minute and a half before we officially start.
Good morning, good afternoon. This is Carol.
Hi, Carol. We're going to start the meeting here in just a minute.
Perfect, thank you.
So is it okay if we drink beer during these meetings? Nobody asked that question before.
I think maybe if you drink it with a sippy cup or a straw. Or
What people don't know won't hurt them.
Our legal counsel's face does not look like it is very amused with.
I was going to say that's probably a negative.
I'm writing down that question for Commissioner Kane so I can look into it thoroughly. Thank you for the homework.
Well, no, there's no political ads allowed, Mike. And because I got in trouble one day, remember that meeting when I was sitting there with a cup or something, and they go, "That is a political." I turned it around. Oh, you can't see it now. Oops! Everybody makes those errors. Yep. Howard Joe, huh?
Are we,
does it work?
Rocky, do you think we're ready to go here?
Mariah, are you ready?
Yep, ready on both ends.
All right. Very good. We'll go ahead and get started. My name's Commissioner Melissa Bynum, and I'm calling the Public Works and Safety Standing Committee meeting to order for July 27, 2020. And I want to announce that due to COVID-19, our committee members, staff, and our public are attending remotely by Zoom or by phone. Any participant joining by phone should mute your phone when you're not speaking to avoid any background noise. And during the meeting, when you do speak, please announce yourself by name and title every time so that the public knows who is speaking. This is critical given the number of remote participants, and it's also current guidance from the Kansas Attorney General. Due to COVID-19, the public's been allowed to submit comments by email prior to the meeting, and those comments would be included in the record. And I will now call our meeting to order. Could I have the clerk call the roll?
Roll call, Groneman,
Here.
Stillbrook,
Here.
Kane,
Here.
Ramirez,
Here.
Markley,
Here.
Bynum.
Here. Thank you. Under our revisions, we do have a blue sheet. And it's the final version of our agreement with Motorola for our body worn cameras project. And that's our last item number 3. So we'll have the revision when we get to item number 3. But the first order of business is minutes from May 18. Could I have a motion for approval?
Move for approval, Commissioner Mike Kane.
Second,
Bill Brook.
Markley.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, I think I have a motion by Commissioner Kane and a second by Ramirez. So if I could have roll call on our minutes, please.
Roll call, Groneman,
Aye.
Stillbrook,
Aye.
Kane,
Aye.
Ramirez,
Aye.
Markley,
Aye.
Bynum.
Aye, thank you. Those minutes are approved. The first item on the committee agenda tonight is fiscal 21 VOCA, Victims of Crime, application for our Victim Services Unit. So do we have, here's Wendy, we have Wendy Medina from Victim Services, and she's going to explain the grant application, and then we can ask her any questions we might have. Ms. Medina, it is yours to take over.
Thank you. Again, my name is Wendy Medina, and I'm the program supervisor for KCKPD's Victim Services Unit. And I am requesting permission to submit the application and accept the VOCA Victims of Crime Act grant for fiscal year 2021. VOCA has funded our unit since our inception in 1999. We have 3 full-time victim services personnel currently funded by VOCA at 75%, and 2 full-time positions at the Order Protection Office funded at 100% by VOCA. If we are not able to receive VOCA funding, it would reduce our unit to 1 advocate, significantly limiting our services to victims of domestic violence, sexual assault, child abuse, and survivors of homicide. Currently, the VOCA grant fiscal year 2020 provided us with $369,564 in federal funds, with KCKPD contributing 20% in match. And for the 2021 fiscal year, the proposed budget is requesting $368,771 in federal funds from VOCA, and a required 20%, $92,191 in match, comprised of cash and in kind, as we have historically done, to be contributed by the KCKPD. It's essentially the same funding level. The slight difference is attributed to a couple expenses that we will not require this fiscal year, the next fiscal year 2021. In 2021, the VSU expects to be fully staffed, finally, with a program supervisor, 2 response advocates, 2 order of protection advocates, 1 administrative aide, and we are not asking for anything new within this program. There are no additional funds from the police department being requested besides those already committed.
Thank you very much. Are there questions from the standing committee members?
A quick question. How many folks do you care for in a year?
Oh, that's a large number. I would say right now, we are in like the 2000s. And this year significantly has increased in our number of homicides. So where we usually are at about 30 homicides per year, just now we've already met that quota, and it's only mid-July.
Okay. Well, I was just trying to get.
I'm sorry.
For the numbers you're helping, and is that or is that families included and that?
That's right. For survivors of homicide, it's the next of kin who we usually provide services to from the moment we arrive on scene to provide a death notification and crisis intervention in the moment. It will usually be like a mom, a dad, a spouse, sometimes an adult sibling. And we start providing services at that moment and then ongoing as the detectives conduct an investigation, and until it gets handed over to the DA's office. And they have advocates over there that we work with, and then it'll be their chance to provide advocacy to these victims.
Okay. Thank you for that rundown on the process, Wendy.
Sure.
Commissioner Mike Kane, move for approval.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Mark Lee, second.
Thank you. We've got a motion by Commissioner Kane and a second by Mark Lee. Did we have anyone from the public, Madam Clerk, that wanted to make any comments on this item?
The clerk's office received no comments from the public.
All right, and if there are no further comments from the standing committee, I will ask the clerk to call the roll.
Roll call. Groneman,
Aye.
Philbrook,
Aye.
Kane,
Aye.
Ramirez,
Aye.
Markley,
Aye.
Bynum.
Aye. Thank you so much, Ms. Medina, and that motion passes.
Thank you.
The second item is the donation of a sheriff's department van to the Salvation Army. Is Susan on with Susan Ellig with council to present?
Yes, I'm on. Can you hear me?
Yes, thank you so much. Go ahead and present.
I included a pretty complete memo from Fleet Services in the packet about the condition of the van and the factors that went into Fleet Services' opinion that this van is both no longer useful to the unified government and also unlikely to have much value on the resale market. The van was used for many years as a transport vehicle, and it's got some custom modifications, and it's also got some wear and tear. However, the local Salvation Army does have a use for it, and the request is for permission to donate the van to the Salvation Army.
I think that's great. Is there any comment from any member of the standing committee?
Approval. This is Dr. Philbrook, and I want to say that I think that they will get plenty of use out of it beyond its grave right now. But they really do need that sort of a van. So I want to thank the police department for putting that forward.
Commissioner Mike Kane, second.
Excellent. So I think we have a motion and a second by Commissioner Philbrook and then a second by Kane. Is there any comment from the public?
We received no public comments.
Excellent. Thank you so much. And I don't think I see any further requests for comment from the committee. So I would ask for a roll call.
Roll call. Groneman,
Aye.
Philbrook,
Aye.
Kane,
Aye.
Ramirez,
Aye.
Markley,
Aye.
Bynum.
Aye. And that motion carries. Thank you so much. And this is our last item, item 3. This is the blue sheet. It's a lease agreement for our in-car and body-worn cameras project. Is Casey Meyer, Assistant Counsel, here?
Commissioner, this is Misty Brown, Deputy Chief Counsel, and I will be handling the item tonight. Ms. Meyer's on vacation this week. So, like you introduced, this is the lease purchase agreement for our body worn cameras, and we have Deputy Chief Quinn here to answer any questions about the program. And, but what you have in front of you is the lease purchase agreement, which is heavily regulated since it's a financing agreement. And because of this need to comply with state statute, there's a commission has to see the actual documents that come in regarding the finances. So you'd see on the blue sheet today, we thought this might happen, and I was pleasantly surprised to see that we are actually going to be financing about $250,000 less than we first thought we were. This shows us about $10,000 in savings and interest. We have 0% the first couple of years. That's why the interest savings isn't a bit more. And then it causes our payments to go up a little bit over the last 3 years of the agreement. I've been assured by budget that we can handle those payments. And so this is a deal that we've been working on and are pretty excited for. And one more piece to this is because of everyone's eagerness to get moving on it, subject to the mayor's approval, I am going to ask that this item be fast tracked to the full commission this Thursday if it passes tonight.
Thank you so much. We did have a nice full presentation on the cameras project at our May meeting, which we just approved the minutes for a few minutes ago, but certainly if anyone has questions or comments, we can hear them now. Any member of the standing committee. And Ms. Godsell, did we have any comments come in to hear from the public?
No public comments were received.
Okay, standing committee. What we're approving, Misty, is the lease agreement, correct?
That's correct. The financing package.
All
And
right.
also I'd be asking for the fast track. So,
Okay, excellent. Yes. All right.
Commissioner
Any-
Mike Kane, move for approval.
Is there a second?
Markley, second.
Thank you both. Okay, so we have a motion from Commissioner Kane and a second from Commissioner Markley. Could we have roll call?
Roll call. Groneman,
Aye.
Philbrook,
Aye.
Kane,
Aye.
Ramirez,
Aye.
Markley,
Aye.
Bynum.
Aye. And that carries. Thank you all so very much. That does conclude our Public Works and Safety Standing Committee meeting, and I do want to let you know that we do not have an Administration and Human Services meeting tonight since there were no items for that agenda. So with that being said, we thank you for your attendance and we are adjourned. Hope you all have a great, great evening.
Thanks, guys. Night.
Night, everybody.
Good night.